Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mortheous. With me tonight is Joe, Sam, and Tim. We are Bits and Bones. How is everybody tonight?
How's it going,
I'm
gentlemen?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty
Fully
good.
caffeinated.
I
I
got a, I got a spoopy skull mug
Nice.
that has beer in it, so it's perfect.
I just finished a beer, so now I've switched to caffeine-free Coke. So
Nice,
That
nice.
that sounds good.
I am drinking currently uh, lemonade flavored water.
I'm surprised given your coffee intake.
Oh, I know. Unfortunately, the French press is completely empty at the moment.
No.
Yeah,
I I
I chugged the bitch this afternoon, so it's gone.
Ah, okay, as it should be. What are you
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, it's definitely not coffee abuse. It just got consumed. Nice
well,
mug.
I thought you were gonna say that someone broke your French press just like mine got busted.
No, thankfully the one that I have is stainless steel. So if I manage to break that, I'm gonna have an issue.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
blame you there. I'd
I
be I'd be very yeah.
I
I'd be
was
very mad.
I was an idiot and I got a glass one. So and yeah, that managed to kind of be a mistake.
Yeah. What's funny story is I also initially had a glass one, and I was washing the fucking thing one day. Literally just tapped the bitch against the faucet, and it fucking spidered all down the side.
No. What?
Yeah. So
Well,
that's why I have the stainless steel one. So I can't break the fucking thing.
well, in my case, it was my stepdad who I guess was like moving stuff around, and I guess it was like sitting up against the door of like the cupboard, and when he opened it, it just like fell and shattered. So
Ouch.
Yeesh.
yeah, and I was looking at a stainless steel one, but it was like the one I wanted, the one I was thinking of was like expensive, and it was still the cheapest stainless steel one on Amazon. So
Ah.
Oh, nice. Honestly, I'll have to ask my mom where she got mine, and maybe have to hook Brother Sam up with the link.
yeah. Let's see though. So what's on the docket tonight?
Well,
Uh,
the first thing I wanted to talk about was the Game Awards. Nominees got announced earlier this week, and specifically, I wanted to talk about. We can talk about whatever category you guys want, but first, there is one category that I wanted to speak about first, and it is the most anticipated games selection.
yes, that is actually one I wanted to talk about too.
We have 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, Marvel's Wolverine, uh, Resident Evil Requiem, and the surprise to a whole lot of people, Witcher 4.
Well, yeah,
Myself included, people were thinking Witcher 4 wouldn't be out until 2027. And the way this specific category works is to be nominated, you have to be out or scheduled to be out in the next 12 months.
double 007, you listed that in order, right? Of
Correct.
most and
Yep.
okay. Yeah, so 007 First Light, I actually do want to talk about this real quick because
Absolutely.
I saw a video and I can even link it for you. There's this YouTuber called Analyze This Mr. Bond. And if you're big into James Bond stuff, or even if you're not into James Bond stuff, like I would say he's the lore channel to go to. But he talked about how
I read books.
really this video game is kind of more or less the soft launch for this is kind of like the soft launch for James Bond for Gen Z in the way that like GoldenEye and Casino Royale were the introduction to Bond for older millennials and then younger millennials like myself too.
Reasonable.
Well, oh, man. Okay, can we talk about like a little bit about like Bond real fast? My
Absolutely.
Sure.
favorite movie was The World Was Not Enough. It was so amazing, and I watched that on VCR. I'm like, oh my god, this is dope. And that's how I
Yeah.
got For Your Eyes Only, and then of course you got like Goldfinger and all that other shit, and then of course Goldeneye.
Well,
What's your guys' favorite?
I would say well, mine's evolved. I would say From Marshall's Love is probably my favorite now, but growing up it was probably like Tomorrow Never Dies, which I think is very underrated.
All right, I dig it.
To be honest. But like Coca-Cola, like, so 007 First Light is interesting because uh they're doing a lot of like product placement with like licensed branding. They have Aston Martin doing like the marketing for the cars, which makes sense because Aston Martin is Bond's car. But then like they're doing like I've never heard of like a watch company. Like I guess Omega is doing like a crossover promotional with like their watch, line for this game. And then I guess even Coca-Cola has like licensing deals with this with IO Interactive now for this game.
That's cool.
And then I guess like and then here's the most interesting thing. Lana Del Rey is actually doing the Bond title song for First Light.
Yo, really?
After she got passed up for the last Bond movie. So more
I love Lana Del Rey. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love her. Let's go.
Yeah, so more I'm kind of curious since you're both a musician guy and a gamer, like how do you feel about like big license, about like mainstream musicians doing, video game music? Because to my knowledge, like this isn't really like a common thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not a common thing. I have no problem with it. My only fear is them eventually losing the license to the song when the license lapses. And say if there was a remake to be made 15, 20 years down the line, not being able to use the original music.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the other thing though, is like I believe that this song was made for the game. I think that's the case. So I'm not sure why they would lose the rights.
If that's the case, then they probably wouldn't lose the license. But with licensing with music, you never know what deals are going to be made and what aren't, and what's on the table and what isn't.
Yeah, well, supposedly, like the thinking, you would probably know about this more than I would, but like the only other game I can think of that like had its own like dedicated music soundtrack was Cyberpunk actually 2070
Yeah,
2077 with Refused aka Samurai. But yeah,
right. Yeah, they did a bunch of specialty music with bands for that game.
and
Dude,
so
I can I say one thing is like I think they could have also grabbed like have you guys ever heard of a band called Three Teeth?
I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar.
Oh,
Same.
oh my gosh. Like they are amazing. They are like the kind of like EBM kind of style of today. They're kind of like the old school Nine Inch Nails kind of version of it. They actually did a rendition of Pumped Up Kicks, which I got introduced to, but they could have at least tried to make a song for that band for that game, and I really think it would have really fit the motif and style.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Speaking of licensing and games, music and games, I think Def Jam, the fight games, ran into a problem with that. And that's why you can't find those games anymore unless you have a hard copy of them from back in the day. But they won't re release those because I guess all the rappers that were featured in the game did something. I don't know the whole story, but they won't they won't have it out again because of whatever problem they had. I guess they didn't get paid for their likeness as well as maybe they thought they should have. I'm not sure the exact details. I could probably look it up, but because I went to that was one of my other favorite games, but I couldn't find it because it's not out anymore. And they after Icon, they won't do them anymore because they won't get any Def Jam artists to sign on with it or release their likeness anymore.
This happened a few years ago now, but the violinist Lindsey Sterling did a song specifically for the video game Rhyme as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
So it's not completely unheard of. It's just pretty uncommon.
I
Huh.
just I just find it super interesting overall that like that First Light is kind of being used as the as kind of this generation's
Launch of Bond,
yeah. I mean
absolutely.
I mean y- I mean you could
That just
kind
means they
of
can't fuck it up.
you could kind of argue that GoldenEye for the N64 was the same thing for Millennials, but again,
Right.
GoldenEye for the 64 did coincide with the actual, like, beginning of Pierce Brosnan's era. So it's not like, I mean, I think GoldenEye, the game, is kind of more like well known by some, but still, it wasn't like it wasn't an exclusive thing the way First Light is, which I find
Right.
interesting.
Definitely an interesting tack to take.
So,
Have you heard any news about if they're gonna get that movie going or what, Sam?
it's in the works. I know Dennis Villeneuve who directed Dune and others. He's the director, but we might not be getting like a new Bond movie until like 2027 or 2028 at this point. So that's why I'm saying like, yeah, the game is kind of like the relaunch of Bond, so to speak. So, um, let's see.
Like that kind of sucks because I'm sure they could do some amazing shit with James Bond now. Not that they haven't. I haven't seen all the Bond movies. In fact, I've seen very few of them. But I'm not opposed to James Bond at all, and I've been broadening my horizons on that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, I've had authors on the Whitfield Report who are very well versed in the Bond universe, even more so than me. So, also more, I'm sending you. Uh, it's from the James Bond subreddit. I know Reddit is ick, but still, um,
I'm not completely opposed to Reddit, so
it's kind of detailing the whole thing with Bond and Lana Del Rey and everything, basically everything that's already out there.
all right, I'll
So
pull it up.
let me. I sent it. I'm sending it to your.
DMs.
Yeah, I can. So, alrighty. Yeah, I sent it to your direct
All right,
one.
yeah, all right, I got it. Let's pull it up here.
So I will say, aside from like James Bond, I'm a little excited for Wolverine. Like
Oh,
Wolverine,
I'm excited for Wolverine as well.
dude, it's perfectly me. It's me. I'm literally 5'5". I'm okay with the shit. Like this is awesome.
Well, so the thing about Wolverine is I'm cautiously optimistic for it. Insomniac did fans dirty with Spider-Man 2, partially because they promised us DLC for the bonus edition and then never delivered and gave us like just extra skins, which we paid like an extra $20.
That's pretty scammy.
Yeah. So and and other stuff. So I mean, I guess the fact that like I don't know. I
I'm
I'm
hoping it really is like good. I really hope they actually try to give the players what they really like and want.
yeah.
I honestly, if I'm gonna be truly honest, I think maybe Sucker Punch Studios would be good for like a Wolverine game because I really loved the grounded version of Infamous. I really think they do really good with Infamous, and
Was well, as long as Insomniac doesn't do what they did with Spider-Man 2 and tried to push woke bullshit in Wolverine, like I think that'll be the other thing too. I don't want to have Logan going to to save the local gay bar or something like like that.
No, you better be in there cutting their gay dicks off.
So,
It seems 007 First Light may be getting the same theme song treatment that as the film franchise, and fans are theorizing Lana Del Rey is at the helm. It wouldn't be the first time the Summertime Sadness singer wrote a song for a Bond project. She previously made the song 24 for Spectre, but Sam Smith's writing uh, on the wall was ultimately chosen instead. The theory about Del Rey's return to the James Bond universe has sprung from newly registered song on ASCAP, the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, uh, by artist Elizabeth Grant, Lana Del Rey's real name. The song titled First Light, which has led speculation on Reddit that the singer will finally have her time to shine with her own Bond theme. And here's the registration.
yeah.
Lana Del Rey working on the theme for First Light makes sense for multiple reasons. One, it would finally allow her to follow through on the idea of creating an original Bond song that she first explored with Spectre. Uh, but even outside the creative fulfillment, the singer has also always had some fondness for video games. Years ago, a Mark Savage interview revealed that one of her biggest hits, video games, spawned from her feeling cozy watching her boyfriend at the time play World of Warcraft.
Interesting.
So she's a World of Warcraft widow.
nice.
Interesting. Did not know that about her, honestly.
I can see that. Dude, okay. You ever heard "Fake It Till You Make It"? Like
Yeah.
that song.
Yep.
You and I were born to die. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I just looked and she's Well, I knew she was from New York, but she's pretty close to where you are, more, which I'm not going to say where for obvious reasons,
Right.
but she's close. Well, originally she was close to your location, and she's close to your age too. So, you know,
Might have to chase her then. Damn it.
yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
As it should be.
But switch back to this most anticipated page because a lot of us, including myself, was assuming that this little friendly game over here wasn't coming out until 2027 at the earliest. Speaking about The Witcher 4, if like I said earlier, to be on this list specifically, you've got to be scheduled to be released in the next 12 months.
Well,
We don't currently have a release date for Witcher 4. We did not expect to see a release date for Witcher 4 anytime soon.
I hate to do the Gen Z meme more, but I have to.
Go for it.
I predict that The Witcher 4 will be out before GTA 6.
That would be the hope, but I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
But
Can I?
go ahead.
So okay. So I'm a little excited. Like I like like The Witcher kind of stuff like that. That's pretty cool. But I'm really like. Have you guys ever watched Valkyrie? Have you guys ever heard of Valkyrie? Or let me look up the anime. It's really cool. It's kind of like The Witcher, except it's just like with female kind of thing. So it might be like the same thing with this.
Nice. Part of the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, well, again, didn't expect it to be 2026, but if it is indeed 2026, I am. That means that when they showed it to us last year at the Game Awards to reveal that it was a thing, they were they had more developed about the game than they originally told us that they did. And if that's the case, then I'm extremely worried about what Witcher 4 is going to be. That means none of this. Don't get me wrong. Outrage doesn't always affect the way a studio goes, but sometimes it can. But if it's actually going to be a 2026 release, that means us Witcher fans are going to be extremely pissed if we're not on the woke side of things.
Well, how long? Well, putting the politics part aside, like how long has Witcher 4 been in development? Even
It was announced last year, 2024, during the Game Awards.
and that's that's a CDPR
Yes.
games. Oh boy.
So if for them to actually be releasing next year, they would have had to have been in co-development alongside at least Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. Like, I'm not even really worried about the political thing. Like, you know, given the history of like Cyberpunk 2077, which from my understanding was originally in development like way back during the PS3 era.
Yeah, they initially announced Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk pretty damn close to each other.
Yeah, and then we all know like it's pretty much like, famous how like buggy, you know, Cyberpunk.
PlayStation pulled Cyberpunk from its fucking store back in 2020.
Yeah, so like
If they are rushing Witcher 4, they can eat a dick.
that's what I'm saying. More like putting politics aside, like if the game's not even playable, then that's kind of my concern. And I mean, it's
Which,
not like CDPR doesn't have a history of
shitty launches. Then that's another thing. They cannot survive as a company. I don't think they could survive another Cyberpunk 2077 launch.
No, and I've said on this show and on the Whitfield Report, I think the only reason why they even like tried to fix 2077 is literally because of Keanu's name being
Right.
tied to the
That was definitely some of that, but also all of the legal grants that they got.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can see that.
Well, yeah, that too.
And
So
your stance on it, Sammy? Because if CDPR didn't fix the game, number one, it would piss off Keanu, and it would ward off any other big Hollywood name working with other game studios.
right in right, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. The grants definitely had some effect, but I don't think they would have nearly been in as much of a I don't think they would have been as determined to fix the game had there not been a big celebrity
Oh,
tie.
I agree because you default to your government. All the government does is scoop up the studio.
Right.
Whereas you fuck up a launch and essentially embarrass Keanu, you're going to get tarred and feathered by Hollywood.
Yeah, and basically like the media.
Yeah.
I agree. No.
No, they just if they need to really not force the release date on this game. They would not survive another one. They would get immediately shit on and scooped up by fucking Tencent or something.
Yeah, they really should not be baking it like way too quick in the oven. Like, I really hope they take their time.
Yeah, before this week's quote unquote unofficial announcement, I guess, of the 2026 release date, people again, we were thinking 2027 at the earliest, probably late 2027. Like this worries me. As I honestly, as you can hear, I don't really know what to fucking say because this could torpedo the entire fucking studio.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I could go ahead and speak about, like, for example, fucking, what was that game? It was, Vampire the Masquerade, 2.
Bloodlines too.
But the Bloodlines 2, yeah. I mean, they were like after like delay after delay, they finally got out, but it was like more of like a kind of like a short story kind of thing. It was like more of like a narrative game, which I mean, if I want to go ahead and play that, I'd rather play like Gothos or like the original kind of like
or I'll play Vampire.
yeah, I'd rather play Vampire. Like yeah, like of course, but I mean it whatever. I mean like Vampire the Masquerade really works for a narrative in like the World of Darkness series. Like if you've ever played like any of like the tabletop games, it really does work into like if you have a really good like DM and we'll go ahead and like look into the struggles of like basically saying you're an immortal being, but you also have to go ahead and eat flesh, and like any minute of your life you can go ahead and die. Like you are bottom of the barrel dog shit. You are worse than dog shit. You're asshole. And then like having to go ahead and struggle and like scrape your way to the top.
That then if they are that far advanced with The Witcher 4, that means they 100% are going with the girl boss series protagonist that makes literally no fucking sense. and she's just gonna fucking girl boss her way through the fucking game. It won't even be worth. Don't get me wrong; they're probably gonna do that anyway. But that 2026 makes it a 99.99% guarantee.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to develop a story to the caliber that we know CDPR can with this franchise in what 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, and I honestly don't think that GTA 6 is going to be releasing in 2026. And
Shit, the way that game is going, they're going to be released in 2028.
Well, and even if it does, right? They're not. I doubt they're going to be able to get the $100 price tag that they want. At least not like for the standard edition. Like just the way the economy is going right now, I just don't see it. People are even like starting to get hesitant about dropping like, $70 now.
Right.
So
I came to find out that like the Lady Witcher anime, if anybody wants to go and watch it, it's called Claymore. It's actually for on YouTube if you guys want to go ahead and watch it. It's like The Witcher / like Berserk, and if you guys want to go ahead and have that, that's a good recommendation.
Definitely look that up.
It's pretty dope.
yeah.
It's probably equally better than the game, like than what we're gonna go ahead and get with The Witcher 4.
Definitely a possibility. Like I want so bad to be excited for Witcher 4, but I just can't with everything that's going on with it. Fucking studio.
Yeah.
I agree.
That I know I've spoken about it before, but it's been a while. But that fucking woke charter that they signed back in 2022 sticks in my craw.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry, you guys are probably way too sick of me actually bringing it up. Like, son of a bitch.
No.
Look, they were placating to the trans community, especially with Cyberpunk 2077.
What's funny about that, Tim, is before the fucking game was released, fucking game journals were shitting all over them for fucking not bending over to the fucking woke mob and all this shit. Literally to the point where the game was talking about corporate colonialism and fucking exploiting everybody, exploiting the person with the fucking basically dick hanging out in the fucking onesie and shit. And
I think it was fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I bought the game even like around in December that year was because of like, hey, you know what? You can go ahead and attach a penis on a female, and then just like basically show it through like all like the skirts and everything like that while it's like glitching out. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny. I love it.
Not gonna lie, the memes from the game are funny as fuck.
Yeah, dude, it was dope. Like that, it was a train wreck. That's why I love the whole game. It was a fucking train wreck.
Train wreck upon release, and actually a good game 2.5, 3 years later.
Yeah.
It's just a pity that it took fucking 3 goddamn years. And actually, December 10th is the fifth year anniversary of the game's release.
Wait a minute, has it really been 5
Yep,
years?
it's been 5 years in December.
Oh god. Ugh.
Do you guys want to go through some other categories for the Game Awards, or do you want to move on to Black Ops 7?
I mean, we could go to Black Ops 7, but my opinion on Black Ops is the same opinion I have on the Marvel movies right now.
Well, there's a specific story going around on Black Ops 7, which is why I wanted to cover it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Do tell.
The fans of Black Ops 7 are not very fucking happy because apparently the developers didn't disclose that there's fucking AI in the game.
Wham wham.
So fucking Steam has given some customers blanket fucking refunds,
Well,
even after they've played the goddamn game for over the normal limit.
hold on. Hold on though. More like in terms of gaming, we have to define a little bit more like what AI is, because like
They've
Ye-
used
Yeah, that's
generative
what I was going to ask. How is there AI in the game?
they've used generative AI to produce some of the art in the game. Uh, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 players claim that they were able to refund the game from Steam due to the use of generative AI. The Steam refund was successfully claimed despite the fact that the player had already played a significant part of the game. So, my basic understanding of this story, before we really get into it, is Steam has a policy of if you use AI to create your game, you have to disclose it. These fuckers didn't disclose the fact that they were using AI to do a bunch of things in the game, including art and other assets.
well, all I can say is like get get used to it, because like it or not, like AI is already being used for coding and whatnot in games and whatnot, which like I'm not necessarily opposed to, but like also in games specifically, like as someone who's done a lot of coding, like you do have to like program like enemies and whatnot are an AI technically.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying. So
I,
that
you're right. I should have off the top use the term generative AI to open up the
yeah.
story.
Well, and this is also another thing. Like, I don't mind like AI being used like a little bit, but at the
Right.
same time, I mean, like,
For me, you use it, but disclose it.
yeah, just be
Yeah,
honest about it.
exactly.
And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to bring up the story, because that's specifically the reason why Steam is issuing the refunds, is because the Black Ops 7 developers didn't disclose the fact that they used AI to speed up the development of the game.
No, I agree.
AI has been quite the buzz in the gaming industry, but often not in a positive way. As some game companies embrace the possibility of AI, developers and gamers have often objected to it. For example, EA employees objected to AI uh, use being pushed in development of games. Now, at least one player has taken action, and it's been more than one player at this point. But the point of the publishers of this article. It was only a handful at the point. Uh, Discovering the extent of generative AI in Black Ops 7. On Twitter, Steam user called Bricky explained that they weren't happy with the use of AI in Black Ops 7, stating that there is no better anti AI advertisement than the worst campaign in COD history, referring to Black Ops 7. Uh, Follow up tweet said the player completely finished the Black Ops 7 campaign and then reached out to Steam for a refund for the game. User specifically pointed to the AI being the reason that they wanted a refund, claiming the game utilized it constantly. Uh, but the AI materials weren't used in marketing, video, or screenshots, implying that they were misleading. Uh, to their surprise, Steam processed the refund for the game, issuing the $69.99 refund to their account. And then here is Ricky's tweet. Uh, Whether Steam would allow this on a widespread scale has yet to remains to be seen. But I've also seen other uh, tweets about this week, so it's been more than just this Bricky character. Uh, in some cases, Steam has issued refunds for games regardless of how long the player has spent in game, uh, but that's generally reserved for disastrous launches like fucking Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, unfortunately, fucking that's gonna be the fucking, doesn't matter how good the game is now. That is the legacy of the game because they fucking pushed it out the way they pushed it out.
Yeah.
To be fair, the store listing for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 does acknowledge that uses generative AI in creating game assets, so players may not experience the same luck. However, it is also possible that the player rushed through the campaign in 2 hours, which is the normal limit. In that case, Steam would have processed the refund regardless. And they're right. I've seen it. It's pretty wild. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it's happened.
Yeah.
Refunds or no, players have been showing displeasure with Black Ops 7 since its launch, and its use of AI has been part of that. Players have partially been annoyed by Black Ops 7 calling cards, which have some look like they were generated by Grok, Twitter's own AI. Shot at Elon. Activision hasn't denied the claims, explaining that it does utilize AI tools among other things in the development of their games. The use of AI in Black Ops 7 isn't really a secret, especially considering the players called out AI uses in last year's Black Ops 6, which Activision had also admitted to. But yeah, it just happened to be a story that caught my attention earlier this week. Because you're right, Sammy. It's going to be generative AI is going to be used in games going forward. There's literally no stopping it. It's just a matter of disclosure and how much of the development is going to be foisted on the development track.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just with gaming either. Like, I've even had like arguments with like other authors about this. Um, the publishing industry is using AI already, and
Yep.
so is Hollywood. I mean, they're using generative AI for voice most, of the time to do like ADR on movies and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I think the other thing that's funny though too that I've heard with COD 7 is like people are really kind of PO'd because last year they integrated zombies into the like main campaign, which pissed some people off. And now I guess they're doing like aliens in
Oh,
COD,
jeez.
which like, you know, say what you will about like the COD Black Ops campaign, but like originally they were like trying to keep them like relatively based in reality. But like yeah, I think Cold War was like the last COD game COD game where they tried to keep it based in reality.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, if you want to go shoot aliens, there's plenty of other games.
Yeah, I mean, you're the Halo dad, so
That's why I play Halo, because I fucking love to shoot aliens.
Well, in fairness, and I think a lot of people seem to forget, aside from like the multiplayer, COD Zombies has always been like a massive standout, and for a lot of people, really a lot of people actually enjoy zombies more than like the multiplayer and also the campaign.
Right. And I know personally for me, the few COD games that I have played, zombies was my mode personally. I'm just not a multiplayer person.
I love I love Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 like um their multiplayer. It was awesome. I used to talk to a lot of people. I got to go ahead and have a lot of good friends because of Black Ops multiplayer. I'd never really liked zombies, but however, it's I'm not gonna lie. I you know as long as they disclose of saying, hey, we use like a little bit of AI, just so you guys know, I think that's still not a bad thing. And when they don't, like that's gonna destroy the trust out of your team.
Absolutely.
And especially like with the people that buy like your customer. By the way, did you know the original guy who made like the original Black Ops Zombies actually has like an underwear company?
I did not.
Yeah, it's called Krakatoa Underwear. It's actually good underwear. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, check them out. Like, this is a shameless like plug, but I really enjoy them. If
Show
you
the
guys,
underwear.
yeah, they're good. He does a really good job with it.
Tim's trying to sell us MeUndies.
Believe it or not, I do have a couple of MeUndies, and they're not bad. I love their boxers.
I mean, look, Tim, if we can get a sponsor, you know,
That could be in the future. Like, that can be truly in the future. I have a side
Like,
project
comment,
that
and
no one talks
subscribe.
about.
Sorry, had
I
to.
have a side job. I'm sorry. This is just what I gotta do.
Oh, I know. I just had to break your chops there, Tim.
well, I mean, let me see here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
If you say like, comment, and subscribe, on I'm not sure if it'll work on the live video, but every time someone says like, comment, and subscribe, the little subscribe button like glows on YouTube.
And we are on YouTube now, so like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, people.
Yes. Also, apparently my clip of where we roasted Candace Owens, apparently that pissed people off, but also got more views. So
Nice.
good. That's exactly what I wanted, dipshits.
Hashtag Spicy Sim.
Also, hashtag Candace is a hoe. So,
Damn.
well, I mean, she wants to accuse Erica Kirk of being one, so without evidence. So,
Facts.
but I digress. This is a gaming show.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make a game out of being a hoe.
Yeah, Lord knows that that there are probably games on Steam all about that, right?
Probably. And they're probably AI created. So there's this little game called Assassin's Creed Black Flag that's generally considered one of the better Assassin's Creed games out there. And apparently, there's a remake coming, and we have a rumored uh, release date for it. Where'd it go? Rumored release date is March 31st, 2026. According to Insider Gaming, Assassin's Creed remake of Black Flag may launch as soon as March 31st, 2026. In spite of Ubisoft's potentially rocky future with delayed earnings call, which we talked about last week. Studio. This is funny with speculation of the studio being bought out. Which again, there's a Nate Mort dropped a tweet late last week about that as well. Uh, this was just funny to me. Ubisoft is not commenting on the existence of the remake, but prior rumors suggested it would be a remake in the more traditional sense, going as far as to suggest uh, that the new game would rework game mechanics and transform the game by introducing more RPG gameplay elements. If I played the original Black Flag, I would not hate a remake, depending on how they did it.
Dude, we can go ahead and have like a remake of the Dreadnoughts playing the fucking songs. Bro! Yo! And I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Dreadnoughts. Like, have you guys ever heard of that band?
I have.
They're
I
fucking
have
dope.
too.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Let's go!
And we get proper ship combat. Yes, please.
Okay, this is awesome. Let's go. I mean, I have my pirate flag already. Come on.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
I know that the next thing I just wanted to say that real quick, but the next thing that I wanted to mention before will probably make good brother Max happy because we all know how much he loves his Steam Deck. Arc Raiders is now verified on the Steam Deck.
I still have not played Steam Deck.
I also don't have a Steam Deck, but would love one at some point soon.
Or Arc Raiders.
Yeah, Arc Raiders. Yeah. Heard it's a fun game. Better than COD.
You know, I haven't. I played Ark. I'm okay with it, but it's not my kind of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know yet. I'm hoping it'll be pretty cool.
That would be the hope, but if Proton 9 had struggles with running Arc Raiders, it crashed upon booting the game. But apparently their 10.0-3 update has stabilized the game, which I'm sure that makes a bunch of people happy. So you now can play your Arc Raiders portably. But as the episode says, next week is Black Friday. Usually we start seeing game sales starting right about now.
Yeah, Microsoft Store just started theirs the other day.
Nice.
I got Master Chief Collection for $10, and I bought a game called Fusion Frenzy for $2.50.
Oh, that's a good game, dude. Like, that's a fun game. If you
Yeah,
never had like the time with like an old school like party game,
yeah. If you,
that's
you
the
want to
game
get
for it.
drunk and play some Fusion Frenzy, because it'll frustrate
Dude,
you, and you'll have some good fucking fun.
dude, it's fucking fun.
Yeah, I remember playing a demo on that because the demo was on the Halo Combat Evolved. And I was like, demo, what the hell is this? And so you could play like 4 of the mini games on there. And so I got it for $2.50 on Microsoft.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. Anyways, also another thing, so yeah, that's pretty cool. But from what I heard, December 18th is the winter sale for Steam.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try to go ahead and possibly get a fifth. Well, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get a couple of gift cards. I know I promised it last week, but I did forget it. So
Life
I want
happens.
you guys to hold. I want you guys to hold me accountable. So either it's gonna be this week or the next week after that I need to go ahead and get it. Okay.
Speaking of giveaways, though, I actually do have a giveaway for this week's show. If anyone's watching, although, do we have any topics?
No, I'm pretty good there, Sammy. If we can talk about whatever at this point.
Alrighty, well, if I mean, I'm sure we'll bring up some other stuff, but I do have a promo code for the audiobook version of Blood Ties Volume 1, which is my crime saga anthology that's centered on the New York mob. So I will drop that in the YouTube chat for those who may be watching. So there's the promo code, and then let me drop the link to redeem. So and there's the redemption link. You can't just go to Audible and use the normal redemption link. You have to click through this link to redeem it. So if anyone wants to claim it, go ahead, and hope you enjoy. So
Very nice of you, Sammy.
also leave a review on Amazon if you could, if you would be so kind.
Leave Sammy reviews.
Leave Sam some reviews, everybody. Go ahead and get the book. Try to look into it and just have a good read. I mean, like, this is like good modern pulp novels that we don't have anymore as much. But now, like, since people have like, oh well, I need a quick read, just to go ahead and do something for like lunch or something like that. And I will say, I love Audible and Kindle for that very reason, because now people can go ahead and read books like on anything that they have.
Yeah, that's I mean, I know Max, and there are lots of people who do like the hardcover
Yep.
edition, but in paperback, but definitely for sure the Kindle editions are nice because I can sell them for a little more reasonable price, and also I mean, you can adjust the print size and whatnot on Kindle versions. And if you have a Kindle e-reader, I mean, you can store like easily probably like 10,000 books on a single device if you want to.
Yeah, I've got like 12 theology books on my Kindle reader.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
have to read 10 of them.
But actually, I've been reading with a study group of mine that is reading one of our pastors' books on biblical mental and emotional health. It's been really good of a read, and then also I have one for emotional uh, quote emotional quotient for EQ, which I've been really enjoying, and then I also have the Jordanville prayer book for the Eastern Orthodox, which I'm enjoying myself. I've been doing a lot of the prayers for there, so
Nice.
it's pretty dope. I like it.
I think we've covered everything that I wanted to cover this week. Do you gentlemen have anything? Well, before that, go over and watch the Sandwich Makers tomorrow night on Rumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Shimmy, I have one question for you. You're probably the only one of the ones that follows this. Have you read any of the articles about the next season of Daredevil that came out recently?
The only one I read is that John Bernthal might not be returning as the Punisher.
Well, he's not.
Ah,
He's not. He's not going to be in season 2 of Born Again because they're going to pick up his story in his own little special.
Yeah, which frankly like I'm okay with. Pardon the pun. Um,
Yeah, I was like, damn it. Well, Matt needs some help. I know Jessica Jones is going to be in it, but he needs a little more help than just Jessica.
I mean, the whole thing with the Punisher is I was initially like shocked that they were able to get away with the stuff that they did in the Netflix Daredevil series, which was really good.
Yeah.
And like I'm sorry, but Born Again wasn't. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't as good as the initial Netflix run. I didn't think, but even so, like kudos to Netflix and ABC Studios for letting them do Punisher properly in
yeah,
in the Netflix run.
I
I'm
agree.
I'm not so sure that they'll like Disney being Disney. I'm not so sure that they'll allow Punisher to actually be the Punisher, which
I,
is to say that he'll be blowing that the worst of the worst away.
I hope so though, because I would like to go and see that. Like, I want to see some like blood, guts, and gore. I remember like the Netflix Punisher. It was pretty dope.
Oh yeah,
Didn't I thought when he came on the first season of Born Again with his scenes at least, he was fucking some people up pretty pretty well. I mean, obviously, it's not centered around Punisher, but
he didn't.
when he was in there, he was shooting some people and getting his ass beat and beating some ass
Yeah,
and using a lot of language, a lot of colorful language, and that was on Disney.
yeah. I mean, he didn't really show up until like the last like until the tail end of the season, though. So
Not till Karen called him and asked for help.
yeah,
But I get what you're saying because it was focused on Daredevil. But hey, at least he came in and helped out a little bit. At least we know we still have John Bernthal with us as Punisher.
I think he's a really good actor too.
In general, I've been watching. I watch his. He's got a channel on YouTube, a podcast. It's been really good. I've been
Yep, Real
listening to a
Ones.
lot of
I
it.
love Real Ones.
yeah. I think he's actually in some ways a better interviewer than even Rogan is in some ways.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm
Yeah.
not like a diehard Rogan fan, but Bernthal does a great job. I mean, the one that I liked the most, shockingly, was the one he did with Shia LaBeouf. That one was really good, I thought.
Yeah. More. Do you have any opinions on? I feel like you and I actually talked at John Bernthal when I first met you.
Yeah, he's fantastic actress, perfect for fucking Punisher.
Yeah. I'm actually rewatching the Netflix Punisher series
Nice. I should
right
start
now.
Me and my wife just watched that like a month ago. I made her watch all the Daredevil and all those other ones. She liked them
Oh,
all.
so Joe,
Yeah.
and more, since I know more is more of of the of the of the good Catholic boy. Um, how do
Yes.
you feel? How do you feel about the way Catholicism is portrayed and in the Netflix Daredevil show?
I think it's great because he's questioning his own Catholicism, which how Catholics should be, how
Yeah.
Catholics that I know
I
are.
agree.
Well, I like it because that's how the character was written in the Frank Miller run in the 80s. It was, I mean, Daredevil's comic origins have been like, oh, I mean, Catholicism has always played like a very heavy role in the Daredevil comics up until like the last 10 years when woke took over Marvel. But like prior to that, yeah, I mean, Daredevil's Catholicism has always been like a core part of his character, which I like.
Well, his mother
Um,
was a nun, so it kind of tied in there.
yeah, well, and then you know,
It's one of those core parts of the character that if you rip it out, it's not the same character.
yeah. I mean, people always like to say that people. I'm sure Mort and I always get the Professor X, comparisons. But if anything, we're more like, at least Mort is more like Matt Murdock. I would
Appreciate it.
think.
Yeah, I like the way it's portrayed and its usage. I don't think Hollywood portraying Catholicism is half as bad as the way Christians portray Christianity in real life these days, and
You're not wrong, brother Joe.
Yeah.
they can't do any worse than reality.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
do
true.
any worse than the fucking Pope.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, between the Pope and then like Nick Fuentes trying to like portray himself as like some sort of Catholic, which I'm sorry, like I'm not going to take religious advice from a twink
Facts.
who's also
So I'm pretty familiar with Nick, and I know I don't like him. I don't like him any more than most people do. Is he more aligned with the Vatican though?
I mean, he
um
pretends he is.
I mean, he pretends he is, but like, basically, like, Nick is aligned with like the pedophile priests that like.
So yeah, he's aligned with the Vatican
Yes.
because they're the ones that cover up the fucking pedophilia.
Pretty much. I mean, the guy has literally the guy is Nick has literally said that like pedophilia is based.
So basically, he's kind of like a Muslim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually.
I know he consorts with Muslim people. So like for me, the Catholicism around here in Boston, I don't know any of the Catholics that I know aren't really lined up with Vatican Catholicism. Like they're the just straight Catholic,
Yeah.
non-denominational. Yeah. So that's why I would line myself up with like Catholicism more, but not on the Vatican side.
Well, a lot of them are just kind of like wanting to go ahead and like conform to a lot of other things. And like we'll talk a little bit about this after like a theology stream, and we'll have to talk about this after like our stream right here. But I'd like to go ahead and do something. That would be kind of a lot of fun.
Well, it's that time of the year we can get into it.
On that note, gents, I'm gonna say we'll end here. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates, and happy Thursday to next week to people who don't.
Everyone should be giving thanks, you fucking terrorists.
I agree.
I think we all agree.
Amen.
And we'll talk to everybody next week.
Alrighty, take care, everyone.
Adios, gents.